Okay, here we are, Franz Ferdinand, 2000. All right, no.
Once more, please.
Yep. Okay. Right. Here we are, Franz Ferdinand, electronic press kit. Okay guys, I've got a question for you. Where did we get our name from?
We were watching the racing on TV once and there was a horse called the Archduke, and then we thought about Franz Ferdinand and how when he got shot it changed the world, and then we thought that it would be good if you had a band name, because then when you start a band you want to change the world, don't you?
Excellent, excellent. I've got a question for you. Where do you see yourselves in 5 years' time?
Well, that's easy. Celebrating the anniversary of you asking me this question.
Excellent. I've got a question for you. When you were making this album, the third difficult album, did you feel the pressure?
I think.
No. Yeah, we made this record in this room and in the rooms adjacent to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just learned that this morning. Well, the building is
it was a town hall.
Old town hall, south side of Glasgow. It's been empty for 20 years, really.
It's kind of like having your own den in a way.
Yeah, having your own den, being able to do what you want to do. We've got all our instruments here.
Choosing to come to a place like this was deliberately taking ourselves out of the comfort of a studio. Studios are purposely built and everything's laid out, whereas here it was a raw building that wasn't designed to be used for recording, and we had to adapt and improvise and see what we could come up with. We did experiment quite a lot with the sounds as well. Like this room here is quite dead. Like you could see all the curtains and things that we put up in the car. Yeah, to give it that sort of like close sound, which is really good for sort of tight rhythmic stuff. And then we'd go into the big hall, which is through there for reverberant sounds. And then downstairs, there's a cellar with brick walls and lots of junk and metal around about it. That sounds really good for full-on rock and roll. So I don't know. I think part of the reason we came here was to make a secret headquarters for ourselves, like get away from the rest of the world.
Paul noticed that a lot of the songs had a common theme, and it was basically a lot of them were set at night time. And then we thought that Tonight would be a good name for the album, so we did call it Tonight.
It is a nighttime record, you know. It's and I don't mean just like in a club. It's not like that. It's I mean, the most intense emotional moments of our lives, well, my life anyway, tend to happen at night. They always happen at night. There was a lot of space for experimentation with the sounds, and in the big halls through there, we for example, we played with the Doppler effect. Nick climbed up into the rafters and fed the microphone cable down, and I had the amp on its back, and Dan Carey, our producer, was swinging the microphone over.
Maybe we could cut to some video of that.
That's a good idea.
I'm back.
Hey. Gosh, technology. Yeah. It'd be good if they didn't edit that bit.
Yeah. Sure they won't.
Twats.
What are some of the things that you'll take from your time with Dan that you think will be valuable to you from now on within your practice of making music?
I like Dan's enthusiasm generally. He is like a kid, you know, the sort of metaphor I always think of is like the brainy kid at school that wants to break into the science lab to blow the building up, which I think he actually did try to do when he was a kid, didn't he? We just wanted to free it up and experiment a lot, and he's the best experimenter I've been in the studio with. Part of the evolution of a band is developing a sound and sort of like, I don't know, the identity, like, and there are things like the beats you use and the sounds that you use, which if you're going to move on, you kind of have to lose. There were certain elements of our previous sound which we just said, right, they're not going to be on this record at all. We used a lot more electronic gear in this record, but we tried to play it live as a band. The whole sort of process was keeping it sort of as a live performance.
We'd write a song first and then take out certain bits and try and loop those bits.
As a band, as a live band. So if you were playing a chorus or whatever, we'd play that chorus like 20 minutes or half an hour, and then you just kind of like get into this kind of like rhythm, and about 7 or 8 minutes into it, it becomes like this hypnotic kind of state, and you don't even know what you're doing. Your hands are just working themselves, and you just kind of, it just has this groove to it.
That was a big theme for this record, like trying to get ourselves into this almost hypnotized state.
Do you think that you feel more adventurous with the recording process when you're at home in Glasgow, as you have a lot of resources that you can play around with and make up? Or do you feel more adventurous when you're out of home comforts and working mainly on your own, working mainly with your own spontaneous ideas? That might sound muddled, but what it means to say is basically, in or out of Glasgow, where have you taken the most creative leaps musically? I think...
Sorry.
Okay, you answer it.
No, you asked the question, you answer it.
That makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense to me. I think that because we were at home in Glasgow, it was a much more relaxed process than if we'd have been in like some ridiculously expensive studio in like London or wherever. And I think that it definitely affected the sound of the record and made it like a more enjoyable process, and then which made the record sound better. Do you agree?
Yeah, well, yes. A preconceived idea that as a band progresses, they mellow out. Your songs have always been danceable, but this one is actually more dance floor orientated. What do you think this going against the grain says about you as a band?
I think that's a good question, because bands, when they kind of progress through albums, it is like around about their third album that they decide to make their what's the word, classic rock type album. You know, like this is our.
Yeah, like right boys, this is serious.
I mean, it doesn't mean that you're not trying to put depth into your music or anything like that, but I want there to be life in it. I want there to be joy in the music. Like I want the adrenaline to come squirting through your bloodstream when you listen to this record. And yeah, it is a dance floor record. It's supposed to move you physically. It's supposed to be it is a primal record. Yeah.
Any afterthought? Last anything else you want to add?
Line of last request.
About what?
About the album? About us in general?
Are we finishing the interview?
I think so, yeah. I'll do, why
not? Basically, I think that what we've learned is that we didn't go to a normal recording studio, and we didn't make a mellow out, and we did everything that we weren't supposed to do because we're a bunch of contrary fuckers.